The central government is keen to launch a cervical cancer vaccination drive for young girls very soon, most likely by the second half of this year. Announced in the interim budget of year 2024, the government had announced plans to vaccinate young girls aged 9 to 14 years against cervical cancer, recognizing the urgent need to fight the disease. A year has passed since the announcement, yet there has been no progress. In fact, in the latest budget, the government has reiterated its plans to run a campaign along with announcing several other measures against cancer. Then why is the planned vaccination drive at a standstill? News 18 spoke to multiple senior officials in the government who indicated that the campaign is awaiting the availability of the stock of vaccines to kickstart the campaign. The campaign can only take off once the Pune-based Serum Institute of India, the manufacturer of HPV vaccine, gives its go-ahead. The government's campaign requires more than 10 crore vaccine doses for the next 6 years to immunize girls aged 9 to 14 years. The sources indicated that the government may be able to kickstart the inoculation drive by September-October this year. Cervical cancer ranks as the second most frequent cancer among women in India and second most frequent cancer among women between 15 to 44 years of age. According to the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, nearly all cervical cancer is caused by the human papilloma virus or HPV. Now, why are we depending on Serum's vaccine? The Indian government is once again dealing with a challenge similar to the one it faced during COVID-19, that is managing overwhelming demand. Just as the Serum Institute of India played a crucial role then by providing Covishield vaccine, the government now has little choice but to rely on Cervavac, the country's only HPV vaccine also produced by Serum. Reason is our requirement is huge as we need crores of doses every year, and no drug maker in the world can fulfill our requirement. Hence, we only have to wait for Serum. According to the strategy proposed by the team of government officials, each cohort of 9 to 14 years consists of 1.25 crore young girls. From 9 to 14, there are 6 groups and hence requirements for straight 6 years. Also, the current HPV vaccine is a 2-shot vaccine, hence doubling the requirement for each group. Government estimates shows that the requirement for the first year is around 3 crore doses, followed by 3.5 crore doses for the second year and 3.75 crore doses for the third year. From the fourth year onwards, demand will come down to 1.25 crore doses for every subsequent year. News 18 reached out to Serum Institute of India over an email with queries related to central government's huge demand for HPV vaccines and when the company is likely to supply these vaccines. However, the email did not fetch any response. The company insider told News 18 that the firm is working on upgrading its manufacturing capacities. Meanwhile, a new clinical trial is also underway to assess the safety of single-dose HPV shot. While on one hand, Serum is upgrading its manufacturing capacities, on the other hand, the Indian Council of Medical Research is running a clinical trial to assess the efficacy of one dose of HPV vaccine. The trial weighs antibody response following one dose of Serum's Cervavac as compared to one dose of MSD's Gardasil vaccine in healthy girls aged 9 to 14 years. The trial has been running at 4 locations including Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and at 2 sites in Maharashtra. The trial was started in December and it will run for 2 years. But the sources told us that the government can check the efficacy results from the 1-year data and if successful, government will roll out the campaign using 1 dose of the vaccine instead of the current requirement of 2 doses. If 1 dose proves efficacious, this will cut campaign requirement to half of the vaccines. In short, the government is genuinely committed to launch the HPV vaccine and campaign will be rolled out soon.